Okay, we are live, and we are live on StreamYard today because I'm on both platforms. I know nobody is officially here yet, so while I'm waiting for some people to join, I'm going to. Well, this is so different because I've got my face right here in front of me because I'm on my computer. Okay, let me go see if I can find the video for today's topic. Let's see. There we go. Oh my gosh, I came back to my screen and so many people are here so far, and I see both from Facebook and YouTube. So, hi guys. It's early, so I'm trying. Well, it's not really that early, but Ellie's asleep right now, and I'm letting him nap. Sorry if I sound weird, y'all. Last night, I say last night, but this happened about probably 3 hours ago. I have bonded retainers on my top and bottom teeth, and probably like a year or two ago, I ate an apple and I broke the bottom one, but it was still attached, but it just kind of moved. And then I was eating a plum earlier because I couldn't sleep, and I completely detached it on one side. And so now I have no bonded retainer from like here to here, but there's like a glued piece that's still stuck there that I'm trying to get off. I'm not going to go back to the dentist and get my orthodontist and get my bonded retainer back on if my bottom teeth shift. It was always my tops that have a problem. So if I'm talking weird, it's because my tongue is hitting an area on the back of my teeth that's like really weird and slimy, because if you've ever had braces, you know that when you have the glue on your teeth and stuff, it's a little weird. And there's also a part of the little metal just hanging in my mouth with the glue, and it's like touching my tongue. So sorry if I sound weird. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna kind of give some explanation and stuff as to what did I call this live? Did I call it like feeling compelled to share? I normally, is Ellie waking up? I think he might be. Okay, I need to talk quieter. Oops. I don't try to make my channel, about negative things or anything like that. I'm gonna mute my. Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, Mom, we're about to get real, Mom. My mom's here. I promise you're gonna see when we start playing this video, because we're gonna all watch a video together. So if you don't like that, you might hop off. It's probably gonna seem like I'm depressed or something, but I'm not. But I did get this is going to be aimed towards bullying, and I have such a strong stance on bullying, and I have like a zero tolerance policy when it comes to that, and it can be a good thing and a bad thing. It means I get really upset at people on the internet very quickly when they say something mean, because I don't tolerate it. And I think maybe people think this stemmed from social media and stuff like that, but it actually goes back to 7th grade, and I've never told anybody this before, but this is kind of why I've had my zero tolerance on bullying. And I felt the video popped up again this morning, and I rewatched it, and man, I felt like some of y'all probably haven't seen the video, and I feel like you would really like to see it. And maybe if there are people who has been mean or has a tendency to not be constructive and they see it, they might understand why I get very, very upset very quickly. And I'm like, oh, Lester's live? What? It's Saturday. What is he doing live? No. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead. If y'all want to go watch over there, you can. I just checked and I didn't think they were live. But if you want to watch with me, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to keep this uploaded because I do feel like this is really, really powerful and important. I promise I didn't mean to go live when anybody else was live. I didn't. I know that they do Sunday nights, Tuesdays, and Fridays at 12. So I didn't know, but I've already got my mojo going and I've got everything set up. So I am going to go ahead and share this. So in 7th grade, in my English, was it? No, it wasn't 7th grade. What am I talking about? 7th grade. Who am I? It was sophomore year of high school. 7th grade. Where am I? So in sophomore year of high school in English 2, it was like bullying awareness week or something. And I never liked bullying. Don't mind that. One of our cats is on the cat wheel. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted now, but I'm going to try to get through this and so we can get to it. But it requires kind of an intro into it. So they were doing like anti-bullying awareness, whatever. And I've always had no tolerance for bullying, but I wasn't really bullied. I mean, I had some kids make fun of me every now and then. I was bullied in kindergarten, and that was pretty rough for me, but I don't know if I was just really creating a bigger problem than things were. I used to go to the bathroom every day and just sit in there because during, what was it? Stations time, because my stations group was mean to me. But that might have just been crazy kindergarten Megan who had separation anxiety from her mother. So never know. But I guess you hear about the effects of bullying on people. But this video, when it was shown to me, it really hit me hard. And I cried in school in my English class, which then this was before I was on antidepressants. I was a very shy person. Nobody barely knew who I was because I wasn't being a part of anything, you know? So it made me really emotional. And I was scrolling this morning on TikTok and I saw a clip from the video again. It was actually, I was watching some dance competition videos and somebody was dancing to it. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to go rewatch the video because it was really good. And so I would say it's about bullying. It's a poem, but it's also got a visual element to it. So if you don't mind, I'm going to put it on the screen and we're going to watch it. It's about 8 minutes. I am going to put a disclaimer here. This video will not be this live won't be monetized on either platform, meaning there will be no ads from it, meaning I won't make money from it. I want to make that clear, for not for y'all's purposes, but for YouTube's purposes, because I am going to be playing 8 minutes worth of somebody's video and I don't want to get like copyrighted or anything and then my channel, something happen with it. So just want to put that out there, not monetized anything. And if y'all want to go watch some of this Shane's other videos, they're good. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on. I'm going to have to share my screen. And then I'm actually... my cats. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to share my screen so y'all can see it. And then we're going to do like a little test to make sure y'all can hear it. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. I promise, though, you're going to see this and you're going to think like I'm depressed or something, but I saw a mean comment this morning and it made me mad. And then coupled with seeing the video on TikTok, I was just like, I feel like this would help my viewers a lot and maybe see where I come from. Okay, I'm going to check and see on my phone what y'all are seeing just to make sure everything's good. Can I see myself going live? Can I please see myself going live? I can't see myself going live. Oh, no. Okay. Can y'all see? Oh, you can. Okay. Okay. I'm going to play it now. Let me know if you can hear it.
When I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate...
Okay. Were y'all able to hear that little bit? Let me know before I press play again. I know I didn't play it really long, but I just want to make sure y'all hear before I switch over the screen and I can't see anything anymore. This is really important to me, and I feel like this has the opportunity to be really powerful. Y'all can see it? Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the screen so it's full screen for y'all. All right, I'll see you in 8 minutes. Try not to cry. It made me cry. All right, here we go. It's full screen.
When I was a kid, I used to think that pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were both pork chops. And because my grandmother thought it was cute, and because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. One day, before I realized fat kids are not designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. I didn't want to tell my grandmother about it because I was scared I'd get in trouble for playing somewhere I shouldn't have been. A few days later, the gym teacher noticed the bruise and I got sent to the principal's office. From there, I was sent to another small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. As far as I was concerned, life was pretty good. I told her whenever I'm sad, my grandmother gives me karate chops. This led to a full-scale investigation, and I was removed from the house for 3 days until they finally decided to ask how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story quickly spread through the school, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chop. To this day, I hate pork chops. I'm not the only kid who grew up this way, surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones. As if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called, and we got called them all. So we grew up believing no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that we'd never meet someone to make us feel like the sun was something they built for us in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the blues as we tried to empty ourselves so we would feel nothing. Don't tell me that hurts less than a broken bone, that an ingrown life is something surgeons can cut away, that there's no way for it to metastasize. It does. She was 8 years old, our first day of grade 3, when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of class so we would stop getting bombarded by spitballs. But the school halls were a battleground where we found ourselves outnumbered day after wretched day. We used to stay inside for recess because outside was worse. Outside, we'd have to rehearse running away or learn to stay still like statues, giving no clues that we were there in grade 5. They tipped a sign to the front of her desk that read, "Beware of dog." To this day, despite a loving husband, she doesn't think she's beautiful because of a birthmark that takes up a little less than half her face. Kids used to say she looks like a wrong answer that someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done. And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom, because they see her heart before they see her skin, because she's only ever always been amazing. He was a broken branch grafted onto a different family tree, adopted, not because his parents opted for a different destiny. He was 3 when it became a mixed drink of 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Started therapy in 8th grade, had a personality made up of tests and pills, lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs, 4/5 suicidal, a tidal wave of antidepressants, and an adolescence being called pauper. 1 part because of the pills, 99 parts because of the cruelty. He tried to kill himself in grade 10 when a kid who could still go home to mom and dad had the audacity to tell him, "Get over it." As if depression is something that can be remedied by any of the contents found in a first aid kit. To this day, he is a stick of TNT lit from both ends. Could describe to in detail the way the sky bends in the moments before it's about to fall. And despite an army of friends who all call him an inspiration, he remains a conversation piece between people who can't understand. Sometimes being drug-free has less to do with addiction and more to do with sanity. We weren't the only kids who grew up this way. To this day, kids are still being called names. The classics were, "Hey, stupid. Hey, Spaz. Seems like every school has an arsenal of names getting updated every year. And if a kid breaks in a school and no one around chooses to hear, do they make a sound? Or they're just background noise from a soundtrack stuck on repeat when people say things like kids can be cruel. Every school was a big top circus tent, and the pecking order went from acrobats to lion tamers, from clowns to carnies. All of these miles ahead of who we were freaks. Lobster claw boys and bearded ladies. Oddities juggling depression and loneliness, playing solitaire, spitting the bottle, trying to kiss the wounded parts of ourselves and heal. But at night, while the others slept, we kept walking the tightrope. It was practice, and yes, some of us fell. But I want to tell them that all of this is just debris left over when we finally decide to smash all the things we thought we used to be. And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer. Stare a little longer. Because there's something inside you that made you keep trying despite everyone who told you to quit. You built a cast around your broken heart inside of yourself. You signed it. They were wrong. Because maybe you didn't belong to a group or a clique. Maybe they decided to pick you last for basketball or everything. Maybe you used to bring bruises and broken teeth to show and tell but never told. Because how can you hold your ground if everyone around you wants to bury you beneath it? You have to believe that they were wrong. They have to be wrong. Why else would we still be here? We grew up learning to cheer on the underdog because we see ourselves in them. We stem from a root planted in the belief that we are not what we were called. We are not abandoned cars stalled out and sitting empty on some highway. And if in some way we are, don't worry. We only got out to walk and get gas. We are graduating members from the class of we made it. Not the faded echoes of voices crying out names will never hurt me. Of course, they did. But our lives will only ever always continue to be a balancing act that has less to do with pain and more to do with beauty.
Let's stop sharing that. Okay. So I'm obviously emotional. I'm not going to cry because I've already watched it once this morning, and so I already have my tears. It's very deep, and it is a beautiful video, and I want to hear your thoughts, and I kind of want to talk about it. I mean, WoW is definitely like it. I saw this video sophomore year of high school. Okay. I am now 2 years out of college, so I probably saw this when I was like 15 or 16. I'm 24 now, and I'm a very stubborn person, and I'm very set in my ways, and I change my opinions often. But one thing that I have been since I saw this video in high school was somebody who will not stand for bullying. I wish I mean, hold on, I'm going to say I wish. I was never in a situation where I could be the intervention with a bully or anything like that. I also struggled in high school and before I got on antidepressants so much, so I didn't have time to worry about anybody else. I was so worried about myself and trying to just get through the day, but that's a story for a different time. But now I feel like this video, if you've seen it and now you kind of know how I feel, this is why I never stand for bullying. This is why I take those mean comments, excuse me, so seriously, because you can't just get over it all the time. Some people never get over it. Some people's lives are succumbed to bullying. And that just it really rubs me the wrong way. And I see with social media, it can be great. I'll say this time and time again. I have no problem saying it. I love that my job has social media, you know? I love that I am able to do my job with social media and all of those things, but I hate what social media has done for bullying. And I will continue on my channel to constantly, I'm not going to say fight back with the bullies, but letting them know that it's not okay. And yes, to an extent, there are bullies that it comes from a deep place of hurt, but I don't care how hurt you are. You don't have to be mean to people. There is always a choice. You do not have to. And so I always appreciate when people are like, Megan, you and Ellie are great, or this and this and that. Don't worry about what those negative people say. They're just being mean. But I feel like maybe now, after seeing this, maybe y'all understand why I can't ever settle with that feeling. You know what's crazy is I've never even shown Ellie this. Um, and so whenever people are mean online, especially on my pages, to me, to my family, to my loved ones, to y'all, you know I'm not going to take that. I try not to bite back a whole lot because I do have a really hot temper and it can get real. I can be very ugly, but that is not the purpose of what I'm trying to do. I am not trying to then be the bully. So I've gotten better at blocking people and stuff, but you also can't really block people in real life. And I feel like now in schools with the younger kids, we're seeing you're getting bullied at school and you're getting bullied online. I It is so hard to let mean comments bounce off of you. I have no idea. I watched people do it in high school. I watch LE do it now. There are some people, and I'm one of those people, I just can't, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. If I had been bullied before I got on medicine, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. But now on medicine, I can handle it. Like if somebody wants to be mean to me, go ahead, you try. You're not going to hurt me because I know my worth. And I feel like that video always reminds me of it because no, I wasn't bullied, but there are other people that were. And what if I started succumbing to people now because I do have some internet bullies? What happens when I have children? What am I going to show them for when they go to school? You know, all all of those things. And I feel like a 10-year-old was being bullied and he ended his life. A 10-year-old. That dog is tearing something up. Phoebe is up and ready to go. But yeah, I felt really compelled. I don't normally, and I do feel like maybe this is something from God. We're going to get a little religious here. I don't really talk about religion a whole lot. I don't even really like to refer to it as religion because to me, religion's more when you get into that like specifics kind of things. So I to refer to it as like spirituality almost. And so I truly felt like I was so unsettled. Like I'm exhausted. I want to take a nap. I want to go. I haven't gone outside and done anything yet. And it's already 10 o'clock. And I was sitting here and I'm like, I need to go outside and do these things. But I could not get that video out of my head. And I'm like, I have to share this with my followers. I have to. And I'm like, what is this? Why can I not get this off of my chest? Like this is bothering me so much. I have to share. And I can't help but think, could that be God telling me that somebody needed to see this today? And if it is, I'm glad to share it because I do love that video. It's very emotional, very sad. It's called, if you want to know what it's called to go and watch it or show anyone, it's called To This Day by Shane. Kazan. He has another video I was watching earlier called Troll. That one was interesting as well. I haven't watched all of his. Like I said, I've only watched that one, and that one has had such a prominent impact in my life. But I've never actually talked about it, which I think is so funny. It's always been like an inside thing to me, and everybody just knows like I don't tolerate bullying and anything like that. So, but I guess nobody ever saw the root of it and where it like stemmed from, and it's that video that has an incredibly powerful message, and it's why you'll never see me just ignoring people, especially if they're mean to me or somebody else, or if I see people fighting in the comments, I'll delete it. I start blocking people because I'm just like, why are we doing this? Like, I love you too, Mom. I promise I'm okay, Mom. I'm good. Everything's good. Not depressed. I just really felt like I had to share that. And now I feel really like peaceful now that I shared it. So that tells me that that's definitely like a higher power thing. But yeah, I guess I'm just incredibly blessed for that video, for being able to give me something to be so passionate about. I wish that there was more that I could do, you know. Baby, are you bringing me a box, baby? And it's gotten even worse with social media. I'll tell you this. I tell Ellie this all the time. Why do people think that you can be mean over the phone? And then Ellie's like, but these people are mean in person too. I'm like, you're right. Some people. Are you bringing Phoebe? I'm sorry, Phoebe. What is that, baby? Okay, I think it looks like a sock. But people think they can be mean, and it's not okay. And I feel like I'm just running in circles here. But I'm glad that those of y'all who got to see it live enjoyed it. I feel like it was really powerful. I'm going to go ahead and hop off this live because I know Lester and Jamie are live and I need to go do stuff. And now that I feel like I can, I'm going to go do it. So I hope that y'all enjoyed, and maybe it gives you a perspective on kind of how I feel, and maybe a new perspective on bullying yourself. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all with another one. Oh no! What did I just do? I just did something crazy on my computer. What just happened? Okay. But yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all watching with me and joining me, and I'll catch y'all next time with another one. Bye, friends.